What's going on, everybody? RJ Ochoa here from SB Nation's bloggingtheboys.com. We hope all is well wherever you are. We hope you're happy, safe, healthy, and that you have enjoyed the first 100 picks of the 2023 NFL Draft. I know it's not technically 100, but for the purposes of being nice, of being easy, of being simple, of being smooth, all the picks in the first 3 rounds, top 100. And that's the thing you have to kind of consider. You want those top 100 picks to be starters. That's what this ultimately has to come down to. Day 3 of the NFL Draft is important. That's how you build depth. That's how you build down the roster players, but you ultimately have to land the first 3 picks. Again, obviously, unless you have a few others by way of trades, whatever the case may be. This year, the Dallas Cowboys in 2023 had the 26th overall pick in the first round, had the 58th overall pick in the second round, and had the 90th overall pick in the third round. The first round, they took Michigan defensive tackle Mazi Smith. We have a video for you if you want to look at the analysis and discussion there. Subscribe to the Blog on the Boys YouTube channel. Check that out. On Friday in the second round with the 58th overall pick, my head's all over the place. The Dallas Cowboys took another Michigan man, tight end Luke Shoemaker. A little bit of dissension, a little bit of discourse, a little bit of, well, what's going on there, whatever. We have a video up for that as well if you want to go check that out. But on Friday night, the last pick of their top 100 selections, the Dallas Cowboys got on the board once again defensively, taking Texas linebacker Demarion Overshown. Here's the thing. I went to Texas A&M, so this sucks. But in all seriousness, this is a great pick for the Cowboys. I think that this is a pick that really kind of establishes a different line of depth, not just for the linebacker position in general, but for the linebacker safety hybrid that we know that Dan Quinn loves to work with. We know that Jaron Kearse gets a lot of work in that area. We know that Micah Parsons, not in that area, but is a hybrid in and of himself in a whole different way. And because you have these players kind of floating in and out to the front and to the back, obviously, of that linebacker spot, you have to have different bodies. And the Cowboys, yes, they were able to bring back Leighton Vander Esch this offseason, which was a huge thing, but they really have no other strong point of depth behind him. Yes, they have Damone Clark, last year's 5th-round pick, who we all believe in, who was awesome as a rookie, but you have to have depth, and Demarvion Overshown provides that. Jabril Cox has not turned into the player that we all would have hoped, and now you get an elite athlete. That's the thing with Demarvion Overshown, a totally talented, an absolute athlete. You look at Dane Brugler's notes here, explosive speed to play both sidelines. Started off as a safety, by the way, at the University of Texas, although at Texas A&M University, they teach you to call it Texas University. You know what I'm talking about. Aggressive tackler, potential to be a core special teamer. Remember that the Cowboys did lose linebacker Luke Gifford in free agency. He left for the Tennessee Titans. He was one of their more prominent special teamers. He can cover backs and tight ends. You always want to see that, obviously, in the middle of your defense. And from a needs to get better standpoint, needs to develop strength and awareness. Nobody's perfect. And again, this is the 90th overall pick. A lot of linebackers went before Demarvion. A lot of people were hoping that Trenton Simpson was going to fall to the Cowboys. That did not happen. But ultimately, this is a very solid pick. I've graded these picks myself. If you follow me on Instagram, I gave the Mazi Smith pick a B+. I gave the Luke Shoemaker pick a B-. I'm going to give this pick, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see the graphic, an A-. I think relative to the investment, this is a 3rd-round pick. Relative to the need, it was kind of a sneaky, low-key need for the Cowboys, that inside linebacker position. And again, he does provide depth in a number of different ways. And I think that you continue to build in your strength. And this is a strength, but it is a weakness at the same time. And it's not me trying to talk out of both sides of my mouth, but we know the Cowboys have elite defensive playmakers, but they don't have a lot of that along the depth portion of their linebacker spot. And that was evidenced by when Leighton Vander Esch went down with injury last year, right? Leighton Vander Esch left and their run defense fell apart. And so what have the Cowboys learned from that? We have to be better defending the run. So we're going to draft Mazi Smith, and we're going to double down on those efforts by drafting Demarvion Overshown. So great for that. A- here as far as the Demarvion pick specifically is concerned. And now if we take a look at the overall yield, again, these top 100 picks, let me put myself on the side here. Mazi Smith in the first round, Luke Shoemaker in the second, Demarvion Overshown in the third. The Cowboys at present time have 4 picks to play with on Saturday, 1 in each and every single round, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We will be live throughout it all here on the Blog on the Boys YouTube channel, so make sure you do subscribe. Follow us on Twitch, like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and of course, check out blogontheboys.com. Oh yeah, also subscribe to the Blog on the Boys podcast network. I give the overall group, and it's a work in progress. We can sit here and we can grade each of the picks because the picks have been made. But as things stand, and I made this point on our live show on Friday, I don't think you want to give Mazi Smith back. I don't think you want to give Demarvion Overshown back, right? Like we want to keep those borders right now with what the Cowboys have done as far as their draft haul is concerned. Luke Shoemaker had to be the pick if you wanted to get a tight end. If you wanted to walk away with a tight end who you can trust, who you can develop in Mike McCarthy's offense, who can run those crossing routes for you, who can be that dump-off option for Dak Prescott, he was in the mix for players that had to be. So I do think the Cowboys laid this out, understood, and are playing the game. You can't walk away with 7 players in the top 100 as far as consensus draft boards are concerned. And even then, sometimes you can get somebody who slips all the way to the 5th round. I remember Bradley and I a few years ago, he was one of the highest rated overall prospects, and that just didn't work out for the Cowboys for different reasons, whatever. But it's a game. You have to play it. It's investment. It's strategy. And the Cowboys, so far, I think, are handling this the right way. So kudos to them. Kudos to Demarion Overshown, the newest member of the Dallas Cowboys. Again, take a look here. There's a lot to like. We'll see if he's able to get that number 0 from J-Ron Curse. I highly doubt it. I'm pumped again, and I'm saying that as a fighting Texas Aggie. That's how excited I am about this particular pick. My name is RJ Ochoa. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at RJ Ochoa, on TikTok, RJ.Ochoa. If you'd like, you can send me an email, rj.ochoa@sbnation.com, or you can leave a comment down below, and we'll do our best to get to those. Also, I hope you've enjoyed the first 2 days of the 2023 NFL Draft. Like I said, we're not going anywhere except to get some sleep because it's been a long couple of days. I hope you get some sleep too. I hope you have yourself a great time. Thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.